Hey, Papa.
What?
Haven't seen you in a while. What you been doing?
You know what I've been doing? It's hot outside. It's summertime. I got to get out there or springtime, I guess. I got there and mow the lawn. Clean. Why? What's going on? What's up?
I want to talk to you about a movie I saw.
A movie? What movie?
Well, four movies actually.
Four
But
movies?
we don't talk about the fourth one.
Okay. Now you have me intrigued.
Correct. Now, sorry. all right. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 5. I know y'all haven't seen this
Is
in
it
a
5
while.
or is it 6?
It's 5.
Is it 5?
Yes, it's 5.
I'll take his word for it.
Now, I'm very sorry we have been gone for a few weeks or month.
I don't know how long it's been. We'll check that. But anyway, we
Anyways.
do welcome you back.
Yes. And, so Papa,
Yes.
so you say I had you intrigued.
You did. You said you wanted to talk about some movies, but then you said a movie. Then you said no, 4 movies. And then you said we can't talk about I'm just confused. What are you talking about? What's going on?
Okay, everybody, I may have had all of you intrigued.
Yes, you have.
We are
Spill
going
the
to be
beans,
talking
buddy.
about his favorite movie of all time.
Jaws.
Jaws!
Jaws.
Okay,
Great.
hey, let's
Great.
not get copyrighted. Come back.
Okay, so we're gonna do the you want to do the so you said 4. You want to talk about all the movies? You said 4 movies.
Yeah, but I don't know about the fourth. We'll have to.
Okay, I gotta agree with you there. Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. The fourth was
kind of
weak at best.
really bad.
Well, where do you want to start? You want to do it? Where do you want to start?
We are starting at number 1.
The first Jaws movie released in 1975.
My man, Brody.
Chief Brody.
Also, but my man is Quinn. I'm sorry.
Well, Quinn's pretty cool too. So, but anyway, any of you haven't seen the movie Jaws,
I have seen it.
No, I mean any people that are watching the podcast, if you haven't seen the movie Jaws, massive spoiler alerts getting ready to go across here because we're going to discuss the movie as we saw it and what we think about it. Jaws 1, 2, 3D, and 4, or Jaws: The Revenge.
Stop.
Anyway,
Stop it.
I saw the movie at the theaters. I'm old enough to say that, ladies and gentlemen. 61 years old, and I saw the original Jaws in the theater. Paid full price at the time, which was like $6, or maybe $5. I can't remember.
What?
And it was just fantastic. No, actually, I saw it on a Sunday afternoon. I got the Sunday matinee price. It was like $3. But
Okay,
anyway,
calm down.
It was great.
Down.
When I first saw the movie, I was scared of I was scared of the water.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me to go into the theater to begin with.
Yeah.
And up to that point, it was probably the most frightening movie I'd ever seen.
What about like Michael Myers and stuff?
I didn't see that till after I saw Jaws. So it's pretty scary.
Mm-mm.
What do you think? What did you think about it when you first? How long has it been? When did you first see it?
I saw it. I don't even last year.
Yeah, I knew. I kept telling you needed to watch it because it's my favorite movie of all time, and so scare factor pretty solid.
Nah, compared to the stuff I've seen.
Well, that's the thing. So back in the day, whenever that first came out, there was very few scary movies, and so it was pretty awesome at the time. I mean, we didn't. But see, something else you got to remember: they didn't have CGI, they didn't have all that stuff. So
I mean,
to see that movie and the way it was made,
yeah.
and to see the shark and everything, that was real. Everything you saw was real. The boat was real. It was really on the water. It was really being filled with water. There's no CGI, none of that fake stuff you see in the movies today.
Yeah,
it was real.
That shark was a robotic.
Yes, he was.
Which was the freaky part.
You know what his name was?
It had a name?
Yep, Steven Spielberg named the shark Bruce. You know why? Because his lawyer's name was Bruce.
What happened to his lawyer?
I don't know. He was a shark, I guess. I don't know.
Mm.
But it was a great movie. I loved every movie. Let's talk about the characters. You want to talk about the characters?
Now, first character we're going to talk about.
Who's your favorite character in the movie? Quint.
Hands down, Quint.
Why?
Because it's just when you see him show up, just sitting there,
Yes.
looking at the newspaper,
Yes.
talking about the shark, you're just like, that guy.
Well,
You know he's about to do something.
Puts his fingers on the chalkboard.
Oh, yeah. And just
Makes everybody turn around. Yeah, he's a great actor named Robert Shaw. Great actor.
I don't know why they had to kill him, though. Why?
Well, because it's the death he wanted.
Well,
he had a personal vendetta against the Sharks because of the Indianapolis. He was gonna kill every shark he could find or be killed, whichever came first. He literally died the way he wanted to die. I mean, you got to give the man props. He was one tough son of a gun.
Yeah.
So why was he your favorite character other than just the chalkboard scene?
I liked it when he was always just drinking margaritas whenever he wanted.
Beer.
Crushed it.
He drank beer. Beer.
Mm.
It was a great movie in my opinion.
It was really cool when he shot the shark about 1,000,000 times.
Yes, and see, even that was real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no CGI there either. He had to learn how to, put the gun together, load it, shoot it at a moving target, which they had moving targets out there for him to shoot at. So that that's what was so great about the movie. If you go back and look at it, and and keep it in your mind with all these older movies, and you watch a lot of older movies where there was no CGI or special effects available, and it was so. You can just see what a great movie it was by everything they had to do to make the movie work. Yeah. So, second favorite character you like? Okay, I'll tell you why I like Quint. I like Quint because he was. I believed him. I believed that he was on the Indianapolis and almost got killed. I believe that he's lived damn near his whole life on that boat. I believe everything about him. I believe he's that hard-nosed guy.
Yeah.
And he's pretty funny. Yeah. He's pretty funny too. So, All right. So, who's your second favorite character in the first movie of Jaws?
First.
Hi, Atlas. There's Atlas. He's peeking in a little bit there for us. What was your second favorite character?
I like Matt.
Matt Hooper.
Yeah.
I loved the character Matt Hooper.
I liked him.
He was He too is not afraid. He's not afraid of anything.
No.
I mean, look. It
was just cool when he was examining that body that they found from that shark. that was literally the only creepy part about the movie that I would think.
Well, no, the other creepy part was when Matt Hooper was down in the.
It was kind of messed up
when the head came out of the.
Oh yeah. It was also kind of creepy when he
Yes.
Sorry. God.
The man just lost it. Well,
lost it.
I'll tell you some things that Matt Hooper did, and tell me what part you were trying to talk about.
It was kind of messed up when the kid died.
Oh yeah, Alex Kentner. Yeah, you see there again. You needed that in the movie because you had to. Don't worry about him. You had to have the shark kill people. Otherwise, you're not angry. You're not angry at the shark.
Kill people, right.
And so.
Right.
And what makes people more angry than anything in a movie is whenever either a child dies or a dog dies. That makes people angry. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you like Matt Hooper. I like Matt Hooper too. I like the fact that he's he's this little bitty guy, but he's really tough. I mean, would you go down in a shark cage when you've got a 20-foot shark?
No thanks.
No thanks. Yeah, and this guy said, "Shoot, let's get that shark cage again. Let's go." I mean, he actually went down there looking in the bottom of that boat that was sunk at the first of the movie, with no shark cage, knowing there's a shark out there.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah. Now
That's pretty tough.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Brody.
So he's your third favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I
for me, he wasn't that much of a character, even though he was the main character. He was.
I'll disagree with you on that one, but you're entitled to your opinion, my man. What did you not like about the character of Chief Brody?
It was just his character.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
It could have been better.
So you're saying he could have played the part better?
No, his character.
Oh, the character of Brody himself. What? Okay, what else could they have added to that character to make him?
He shouldn't have been a police officer.
Well, but he kind of had to be. Because he's the one that had the authority to shut down the beaches. He was the guy that had the authority to go look at the shark and cut him open.
No, the thing is, he could have been like. It could have been like a cowboy movies where they're in where it's the main character that starts out and then they go to this different character and then he shows up. He could have been.
Let's see.
He could have been Quint. Is what I'm trying to say.
So okay.
No, he could have. No, I'm not trying to make him Quint. I'm trying to say he could have had the same authority as Quint.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
You know?
I see what you're saying. Okay, so you think it would have been better had he been just another guy on the sea with Quint that does just another shark hunter basically, rather than a police officer.
Yeah,
Okay. So kind of team up with Quint as two shark hunters going after it rather than a police officer who's really scared of the water to get on a boat.
Right.
I see. Well, that makes some sense, but I just, I just don't find, I found very few flaws in the movie. It's one of my, every time I make a list of my favorite movies, it's always in there, usually on the top.
So is Tombstone.
It's just, but Jaws just holds a special place in my heart. It's just one of those that, I just love it. I just love it. So you said you watched all four. So let's
go to number 2.
Hold on. Let's finish the first one. I got a couple more questions for you.
What?
You opened up this can of worms, buddy. So you got to answer some questions. Did you like the way they finally killed the shark?
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really cool. I thought it was really, really cool the way they killed the shark at the end. I thought it was very awesome, very imaginative, very creative. They let Brody, the one who was the most scared, be the one that killed the shark. I like the fact that
he was like, I hate the water.
Yes.
Do we have to? He's like, come on, get
That's
on the
right.
boat.
And then the boat was sinking, and he just had only one bullet left, and he was waiting for him to get there. Then he sees the tank, and he blows him to smithereens. It was. The whole movie, the pace of the movie was real good. Some movies you watch these days are so slow you can't really,
Yeah. Okay. There's something I need to talk about. Number 2. So.
Whoa, he's got something on
Quick
his mind
up.
already.
Come on, quick it up.
All right, so Jaws 1, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Archer?
10 out of 9.
You mean 9 out of 10?
Well, yeah, 9 out of 10.
You give it a 9?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Now let's talk about Jaws Part
2.
Okay.
All right.
Jaws 2. It picks up kind of not where the other one left off, but it's the same characters and same story.
They're all the same characters. No.
Move on. What is it you have to say about Jaws 2 that's right on the tip of your tongue before you forget?
The end of the movie when they blow the shark.
Well, we can't go to the very end of the movie.
I have to. I love that movie.
But we got to start. We got to get there, don't we?
Sorry. It's just,
all right, do it.
I had to say it.
Do it.
Okay, it is just so cool.
But they didn't. They didn't blow him up.
I know they didn't.
You just said blow him up. They didn't blow him
He
up.
did blow up, though.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Do
He
you
did.
not remember that?
He just burned.
He blew up.
No, he
Or was that number 1?
yeah, it was number 1. Number 1 when he shot the can of air, and he went boom.
I just liked him when he blew up.
Oh, and he also blew up in the third one.
The third one. That's what I was thinking.
But let's,
Okay, we'll get to that later. I have a
Jaws
lot
2.
of stuff to say about
I
that.
liked the story of Jaws 2. I didn't. Now I will go on record right now and say Jaws 1 is one of the greatest movies ever made. So none of the other
I
movies,
like Jaws 2.
none of the other Jaws 2, 3, or 4 are going to even come close to Jaws 1. But the Jaws 2, I wasn't a big fan of the idea that they were doing a sequel. I thought that was
Why?
enough.
No, one wasn't
But it made
enough.
so much money they had to do a sequel, and so they did a
had
sequel.
to.
And so
It was good.
by doing this sequel, I think they did it justice. I think it was a good movie.
It was a great movie.
You say great, I say good. The characters were good. The teenagers were a little over the top. They were a little.
I kind of like the curly-headed kid.
He was funny. He was good. He was good. I didn't like the guy that played Mike. He played the character well, but I just there's something about him I didn't like. I didn't like his whiny little brother at all. I don't know. The story was good. The story was acceptable to me. I didn't like the fact that they fired Chief Brody. I didn't like the guy that was in charge of the city, the one that was his wife's boss or whatever. I didn't like him. But the story itself, I bought into the story. What did you think about the storyline on Jaws 2?
I like the story.
You did like it?
Mm-hmm.
What did you not like about Jaws 2?
It was kind of a thriller for me.
It was a thriller.
It was a big thriller. It was only a thriller because that shark came up on their boat like 3 times and tried to kill them. And it was just like... What I didn't like about the movie is how the kid was slowing him down.
Which kid?
The little...
Oh, the young kid. Yeah, but you had to do that. Otherwise, teenagers are fast and they go and they run. And they get out of problems and they know how. But they had to have something to make them slow up to give the shark an opportunity to come kill them. So, so it was. I like the movie. I liked it.
Kid knows how to swim.
That's why you always need to wear a life jacket when you're on the water, whether you're on a boat, in the lake, in the ocean. Always wear your life jacket because it will come in handy if you ever fall in the water.
Yeah.
Just because you're the greatest swimmer in the world doesn't mean if you accidentally fall in the water and you bump your head and then you're kind of disoriented and you don't know, you still have your life jacket on and you still float. So it's a very good thing on that movie that did show. But I like the shark in the second movie. I like the way that whenever they did all their boats and they were doing all the sailing, I thought that looked really cool. I thought that looked really cool.
Yeah.
And whenever they had all the crashes there at the end where they ran, I thought that was done very well. Again, no CGI, no special effects. They'd used real boats. They did the real stunts. And then the shark attacks I thought were pretty cool. When he ate the helicopter, I thought that was just awesome.
Yeah.
You?
It was cool.
No comment?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Give me a comment.
I liked it when he took down
A podcast is where you
the
speak.
helicopter. They took him down.
Yeah.
They took him down.
Yeah, they did. He chewed him up and spit him out. So.
Yeah, he was like, ah!
It was awesome. So I gave the first Jaws a 10 out of 10. And you gave it a 9 out of 10. Jaws 2, I'm giving a 7 out of 10.
I'll give it an 8.
You go 8 out of 10. Okay. Alrighty. So the ending of that Jaws, you accept the way that they killed the shark?
Yeah.
Did you buy it? I thought it was I thought it was very smart. Very smart. They used that electrical cable early in the movie to show you that it was there. That way you knew what it was by the end of the movie. You knew what it was.
Kind of Stupid.
They're not the smart. They got brains this big. You got to remember, they're not very smart animals. They eat and make babies, and that's all they do. That's it. I mean, they have to eat. They have to kill to eat. So, all right, let's move on to the next one, Jaws Part 3. Now, when they made this movie in the 70s, or 80s, it was made in 3D. And it's not as good as today's 3D. It was really, really bad 3D. I went and saw it at the movies in 3D, and well, it just didn't. The 3D part just wasn't very cool. The story I thought was. I'll let you go first. What do you think about the story?
Thank you.
Go for it.
Now we're going to talk about my favorite Jaws.
Okay.
The one before the unspoken one.
Okay.
SeaWorld, all of that, when the shark takes like a big chunk out of her skin. And
Okay. What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was really good. 10 out of 10.
What did you think about the story?
The story was great. I loved that they placed it in SeaWorld.
Okay. So, did you find the story believable?
Uh-huh.
So you think it's something that really could have happened?
Yeah, that could have happened.
Because the first two movies, I find the stories, I base the stories, or I base the movies on could what I just saw really happen, and I think both the first two movies could really happen.
Okay.
And so, in the third one, I looked at it, was a little bit far fetched, but in the long run, it is something I think that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think the actors, I think the characters were played well. What do you think?
I think it was great. It was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Actors were great.
Mm-hmm.
Great story.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, the setting was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I really liked how they killed the shark.
Right.
And they blew him up.
Yeah,
it was more exciting than the first one.
Now that one, the first two movies, the way they killed the shark, I could believe. The third Jaws, extremely unbelievable.
How?
Okay. Do you know how hard it would be to reach over with a hook 20 feet away from you? That hook, by the time it got there, be bending over, and that shark's sitting there doing all this, and that hook's the hole's this big, and you're 20 feet away, and everything's going. There's no way you can hook that. There's just no way.
They were professionals.
No way. No way. But I will give the movie. I will give Jaws 3D. I'll probably give it also a 7 out of 10. What about you?
10 out of 10.
He goes 10 out of 10. He thinks it's the best Jaws in the
Which one?
Well, okay, we'll agree to disagree on that. And the fourth movie is called one that we try not to speak of because it was really bad.
Stop it.
But you watched it.
Stop.
You had to watch it.
I had to watch it.
And you did watch it.
I had to watch it.
So, therefore, you can complain about it.
I can complain about it.
And,
I hate that movie.
Well,
It's literally one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It is.
It's the second worst movie I've ever seen.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
It's one of those movies that never should have been made to begin with because
why does the mother have to even? Why?
Because she was the only one that was willing to do the next movie that was in the original movies. Nobody else wanted to do the movie.
But the Mike or whatever who played him in the third one, he was in that.
Do what?
The guy who played the guy from the third one, who had that girlfriend who worked at SeaWorld and he worked at SeaWorld too.
Oh, you mean Michael? I mean.
Yeah, he was in the fourth one.
It's different. It was a different actor, though.
It was.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, Dennis Quaid was in the third one. He wasn't in the fourth one.
I thought it was.
No. So she's the only original character from the first movie that wanted to do the movie. So, or from the other two movies.
Why?
So because it was a bad movie. I don't care who the actors were. It was a bad movie. You know, the writing was bad. The storyline was bad. The idea was bad.
They should
It
have.
just wasn't a good movie.
Why do you have to call it the Revenge?
Because
that's so unoriginal.
they want you to believe that the shark came back for revenge because you killed 2 other sharks, which is crazy. I mean, that falls under.
That's not believable.
Yeah, there you go. There you
that
go.
wasn't okay. First of all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1.
That was on Amity Island. Okay.
Correct.
And they blew that shark up. Number
Twice.
2. Yeah. What do you mean twice?
Well, they killed 2 sharks. One on Amity Island, and the other one when the kids went out there, but they were just at the lighthouse, which was just down the way from them.
Right. They did kill that one.
Yeah, they killed 2
Okay,
sharks.
so the first one was the one on the Amity Island.
Well, just off of Amity Island, yes.
Yeah, and then they blew the other shark up.
No, they burned the other shark. The third movie, they blew up a shark.
I'm talking about the first one.
The first movie, he blew the shark up at Amity Island.
They blew the shark up.
At Amity Island.
Yeah, that's literally what I just said, and then I went to the second one.
The second one, you said they blew him up.
No, I said the first one they blew him up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
The
first,
second shark.
Okay, so the first movie they blew the shark up.
Correct.
Second one.
Yes.
They burnt him.
Correct. Just off of, also a little further off of Amity Island, but still in the Amity area.
The third one.
Correct.
That was in SeaWorld at
Correct.
like Orlando.
Yeah, Florida. That's where it was supposed to be.
They
not. They pretended it was SeaWorld. I don't know. I forgot what they called it, but it wasn't SeaWorld.
It was SeaWorld. They literally called it SeaWorld.
No, I don't think so.
Really? Okay, anyways.
Continue. I'll look it up.
So, they blew that shark up, which that's in, like, Orlando, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even close to Amity Island. Then we go to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. For no reason whatsoever.
Why?
That's right.
Why? You're literally just on a vacation, and, like, why, though?
You are correct. It was called SeaWorld.
Yeah, it was called. So, like, I mean, just why? How do you think he would follow you?
He wouldn't. That's why the movie
Exactly.
is bad.
That's why it wasn't believable. It's literally.
So all in all, we're gonna go Jaws: Revenge, the fourth one. I give it a 0 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, 0
Why?
out of 10. So I mean, all in all, the Jaws series, I think I would strongly, if you enjoy thriller, action, monster, if you will,
watch number 2 because that's the most
monster-like
thriller.
movies.
Yeah, that's like the most thriller.
I think you need to watch all 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. 4 is just a waste of your time.
Yeah.
But
Jaws, if you want to be a Jaws fan, then watch number 4.
No. Even if you're a Jaws fan, don't watch the number 4 because it might make you not want to be a Jaws fan.
Yeah.
It was bad. So
I don't
anyway,
even think I'm a Jaws fan anymore.
I would suggest you watch 1, 2, and 3, and you'll have a good time. What do you say?
I suggest that all of you do out there watch 1. You have to watch 1 first because if you don't do that, then you won't know who any of the characters are.
Yeah, you have to watch them in order.
You do. If you don't do that, then you're like, what even is...
Yeah.
I mean, number 3 kind of started off different, though.
Well, but it still had the same characters. The kids have grown up, so you still got to know the kids.
Brody died. He was, like, dead.
Yeah, but see, you have to understand why his younger brother was afraid of the water.
Correct. You
So
have
you
to understand
have to
that.
watch the
you
first
have to
movie.
watch.
You have to watch 1, 2, and 3 because it explains why the kids are so scared of the water. Because come the third movie, they're grown up and they say one of them is extremely terrified of the water, and you have to understand why.
I just like the excitement in that movie when they figure out like that shark has breaking through the gate and then gets in SeaWorld and they're like,
that's right. Its mother is in the park. Well, it was also pretty cool at the beginning where they caught a shark and they thought they caught the shark that did the killing, and and then.
Why would you try to put a great white shark in SeaWorld though?
So people will pay to come see it.
I know, but that wasn't big enough.
You would pay to go see a great white shark.
I would, but
that's what I'm saying. That's why they had it. They caught it. They
but
tried
the
to put
thing is, why didn't they know that wouldn't work out for them? Because that wasn't a big enough pool for a great white shark.
right.
That wasn't even that big.
But anyway, we both give it thumbs up for the first three movies. The fourth movie. But
I'm gonna put a 0 out of 10.
there you go. But definitely, we suggest you watch all three of the first three Jaws movies. And do you have anything else, Mr. Archer?
I just want all y'all to know. These are my ratings.
Can't see those.
Yeah.
The lighting is bad.
See that?
Yeah, not really. Yeah, there you go. You can see that.
There you go. Those are my ratings.
There you go. Well, we appreciate you coming by. We're going to be doing a few more movie reviews and whatnot. So just come on back, see us, subscribe down there if you can. That way, anytime we do something, it'll pop up on your YouTube and let you see exactly what's going on. So, you got anything else, Archer?
Samina, mina, eh. All right, bye.
We'll see you next time.